iQoo launched the Z6 last year, which offered solid specs at an under 15,000 price point. In fact, it was so good that even if you were to buy it today, it would still make for a great deal. With big shoes to fill, iQoo launched the Z7. Though the price has been bumped up a bit, iQoo has introduced upgrades that just might justify the price. So is the Z7 any good? Let's have a look. iQoo has done a great job on the design with this phone. The rear panel is a stunner. Even though it is a polycarbonate construction, it has been given a brushed metal finish to it, which has a shimmering effect. The camera is a 2-sensor setup that has been neatly packed behind a glass with the flash placed on the side. The phone definitely looks more premium than other phones in this segment. The back panel is flat and so are the sides. The rounded edges given to it make it comfortable to hold as well. The phone has been kept slim at 7.8 mm of thickness. The Z7 provides you with a 3.5 mm headphone jack and a hybrid SD card slot, allowing you to replace a second SIM card with a micro SD card. It's also dust and water resistant, bagging an IP54 rating for itself. The display is a 6.38-inch FHD Plus AMOLED display protected by the Scott Sensation glass. The display is a little smaller than other phones in this segment, but if you prefer compact phones, you wouldn't mind that all too much. What we do mind though is the teardrop notch and the chin that is just a little too thick. With 1300 nits of peak brightness, you can easily use the phone even under direct sunlight without it being too much of a hassle. The AMOLED panel does a great job at producing vibrant colors and rich blacks. The HDR10 Plus support for YouTube and Netflix is a cherry on top. The in-display fingerprint scanner is fast as well. The flaw in this entire setup is the mono speaker. It's not just the lack of a stereo speaker, but also the fact that the audio gets muddy at high volumes that accentuates the issue. Coming to the highlight of the phone, the MediaTek Dimensity 920 chipset. It is great to see iQoo employ such a good processor in this phone. With AnTuTu scores upward of 4,70,000, there is no doubting the performance of this chipset. We tried playing NFS and New State on the phone and faced no issues with heating or throttling. We tested the 8GB RAM variant of the phone, which managed to handle tasks well. You also have 8GB of virtual RAM that you can turn on if you find it necessary. iQoo has made a conscious choice to make the performance of the phone its selling point, especially aimed towards gamers. You get 6 motion controls that you can customize to your liking, and you also get support for gyroscope controls. The camera setup is a 64-megapixel sensor with OIS and a 2-megapixel sensor. The primary camera does a great job at taking pictures. The images are sharp, noiseless, and the colors too tend to look natural. The HDR correction too works quite well. The 16-megapixel selfie camera, on the other hand, struggles a little bit when the lighting isn't even, and the portrait mode could have better edge detection as well. The highlight in the camera unit would have to be the phone's ability to shoot 4K 30fps thanks to the Dimensity 920. The phone allows you to use OIS even at the highest resolution of video recording, which is great. The iQoo Z7 uses a 4500 mAh battery, a capacity that's slightly smaller owing to the slimness of the phone, we presume. The 4500 mAh battery is supported by 44-watt fast charging, which would charge your phone from 0 to 100% in about an hour or so. The phone ships with FunTouch OS 13 based on Android 13, though the OS isn't free of bloatware that you could uninstall after setting up. On the bright side, you get 2 years of software updates and 3 years of security updates, which isn't bad at all for a phone in this segment.
We believe iQoo has done a great job with this phone. Now there are some trade-offs involved, be it the thick chin, the water drop notch, the mono speaker, or the 90Hz refresh rate. But where iQoo has not slacked is the performance of this phone and in providing it with a good camera setup as well as great design. With prices starting at 18,999, the iQoo Z7 is sure to be a good buy if you're looking for a performance-oriented phone in this budget.